Carl Frampton was forced to climb up off the canvas twice in the first round before going on to secure a 12-round unanimous decision over Alejandro Gonzalez to retain his IBF Super Bantamweight world title. This was not an impressive performance by Carl Frampton, to say the least. The knockdowns in the first round were alarming because the first knockdown was actually from a jab, which dropped Carl Frampton. The second knockdown was from a right hand, which kind of caught Carl Frampton on the side of the head. Alarming stuff. Alejandro Gonzalez, according to Carl Frampton, was a very, very big puncher. That's what Frampton said in a post-fight interview. And Gonzalez certainly is very tall for the weight, 5'9", as opposed to Carl Frampton, who's only about, what, 5'2", 5'3", something like that. So there was a big, big difference in terms of height and reach. And even though Frampton did manage to get hold, get control of the fight after a couple rounds and settle into his boxing, Gonzalez was dangerous throughout. And especially with the memory of those knockdowns in the first round, there was always that, a danger, that possibility in the back of your mind that he could catch Frampton again, maybe hurt him again, maybe get the stoppage. But as the rounds wore on, Carl Frampton was definitely getting the upper hand and getting things under control. But nonetheless, that first round is going to be very interesting for any of Carl Frampton's future opponents. Carl Frampton said in a post-fight interview as well that he's going to have to sit down with his team and maybe think about moving up to featherweight rather than being at super bantamweight. And he said he didn't want to make any excuses, but it could be, he said he had to take off a lot of weight in the few days prior to the fight. And now he's thinking about moving up. And if he does move up, that would obviously, jeopardize a potential fight with Scott Quigg. But Scott Quigg, being a big super bantamweight himself, he could easily move up as well and chase that fight with Carl Frampton. And if Carl Frampton and his team were not confident about taking the Scott Quigg fight before this performance against Gonzalez, they're definitely not going to be confident about taking the fight after this performance against Gonzalez, nor are they going to be confident about taking on someone like a Guillermo Rigondeaux, which is someone that Barry McGuigan or the McGuigan camp have been talking about for Carl Frampton. They're saying he's ready for any super bantamweight in the world. Not so sure after that. And as I've said in previous videos, the fact that the Frampton team turned down a 60-40 to the winner offer from Eddie Hearn to fight Scott Quigg, to me shows a lack of confidence in their team, in Carl Frampton. That's what it shows to me. Let me know what you felt about this performance, how you felt about it. Were you alarmed by those knockdowns in the first round? Do you think it could be down to being weight drained? Do you think it's down to the fact that Gonzalez hits very hard? And what about the defensive lapses by Carl Frampton? The fact that he got hit to be able to get dropped in the first place. How do you think he would do against Scott Quigg? How do you think he would do against Leo Santa Cruz? How do you think he would do against Guillermo Rigondeaux? Do you think he should move up to featherweight? And if he does, how do you see him doing against the guys in that weight division? Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel. It's happening. I'm out.